isn't lurking every round a shower. Like, you should just be able to capitalize off this space. Be like, oh, they're not shower. Let's pinch main. Let's pinch B. Let's pinch something. Right? I mean, I guess if you're going up against a more normal comp that wouldn't have the chamber and would instead maybe have double initiator or double duelist, that's where the that's where they believe the showers will thrive, you know, without the flank watch. But I just don't see why you wouldn't try it at least once, because I don't think they ever regress towards showers. You know, get the ult orbs too. Like, there's so much value out of that ult or out of that shower regress that they just never capitalized on.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
I was gonna say for since I'm main observer, you can press the bracket for to find me, and then I'll tell you which one I'm on.
got you. The bracket. What do you mean?
Right, right bracket, like right bracket on your keyboard.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant. Okay.
Yeah, it'll switch to the other observer's POV. It won't tell you which one it is, but I'll just tell you
No,
which character I'm on.
in the top, in the it will in the top right. It says now following.
Oh, okay, okay. But yeah.
Right bracket, and then okay. All right. Thank you for that. I modded you
Um,
guys as well, so you guys have mod perms
Wait, in the server, cause
on the
oh, on the
game.
thing.
There's like a
Yeah,
little
okay.
box you can check next to the name. I think in terms of expectations, I think like the first map being a blowout. I mean, second map was close from what I'm hearing, but first map being a blowout shouldn't have happened with two teams of this caliber. A really
I think it's the fact that, you know, they're not professionals. That's really what it is. Like, you know, professionals have that consistency that, you know, diamonds don't have. Like
right.
you know, people no one is truly consistent. That, like, the only way you're consistent is if you're radiant, because if you're consistently good, you would be radiant.
Yeah.
Right? That's
You're
what I
right. You're
feel
right.
it is. It's also like someone could have the greatest day of their life. Like, that's also true. There's always that. And mental is such a big factor. You know, you lose your bonus or you lose your buy, and it's like some players' mentals just go right out the window, right?
What
And
map is
maybe that's
third?
not so much here. Pearl.
Are we on the right sides?
I do not know that. That is,
Okay, I will go check.
it should just be like right up there in the chat.
Astryx X defense. Is Astryx X on defense?
Whichever team Small Dead Big Dream is on. So, and yeah, yes, they are on the right sides.
Okay, here we are, map 3. This is it. This is the last spot for playoffs. This will decide. Already we're seeing a really interesting agent comp out from Astryx X. We're seeing the Reyna, a bunch of different agents being hovered. I wonder if they're trolling. Oh, this is a troll for sure. Just gonna go with a pretty standard double duelist comp, although we do see Amter hovering the chamber. I'm not sure how proficient the chamber would be on a double duelist comp. I'm not sure I agree with that, but if they have something drilled, I'll believe in it. And then on the other side, we just see a pretty standard Killjoy double duelist comp, nothing crazy. Just something to match the aggression that we've seen from both of these teams so far in the tournament. I have
I'm not gonna lie. I think that the chamber is the right play over, like, I don't know if you saw that interview. They're so scared of the chamber. I say you run it. Like, now that you know these guys, you know they're scared of the chamber. I'd say you run the chamber no
I mean
matter the map.
they
That
can't have
feels like
known that.
so important.
They can't know they're scared of the chamber unless they have that read.
I mean, I feel like you do if you don't have anyone aggressing, you know, in like the however many rounds it is. Like the 11 rounds that you had on defense, or the 10 rounds. Like, if they don't push towers once, they've got to be scared of something.
Then I guess it really is just a crazy read then, or not even a crazy read, just like an experienced read out from the IGLs.
Or maybe they are drilled, and that's entirely possible, I feel like. And on top of that, the chamber seems to be the X factor here, you know, like the hopper that they can get out of this, and Small Day Big Dream as well. I feel those are the two, like, those are the two X factors. You know, you have two oppers on this basically. You have Small Day Big Dream and you have Ambiter. On the attack side, you don't really. I mean, you have Waylay, but that's it. That's your only opper. I mean, Yoru can op, but I wouldn't throw it into the hands of carp here. He's more of a baiting sort of duelist player.
Some early A main aggression from the side of what's it called? Pretty standard A main default. This comp's good for it. They're playing it properly. Yoru scaled up B long but teleported off. They seem to know there's a stack over towards A main, and what's it called isn't folding anytime soon. Killjoy is lurking but slowly walking back, it seems. Faye just re-cleared art, and that should in theory allow Astryx X to keep the stack strong on A, but they actually rotate the Yoru back over. They seem to get a little bit antsy whenever what's it calls puts this freeze on the map, but the Sova drone will tell Astryx X everything that it needs to know. Whaley dashes in. Needy gets picked off by Zera. Small did, big dream. Pops out, gets Nimbus, but the trades are good. Until Wawa. Ah, never mind. Trades are still good. Something that you would expect from this caliber of a team. Yoru and Chamber grouped up over towards Dugout. On the other side, WIC is setting up an afterplant.
One enemy remaining.
Amateur finds Astra. Only one left, Zera. What can he do? This position, not exactly the best. Dodges the flash. Has to go through two people if he wants to clutch this out. We'll get the first one, but there's no time left. WIC takes the first round, gets an early lead that they're definitely going to need against this super aggressive Sova comp. The chamber is something that you really want to utilize to get an early start on defense, if not a pretty substantial lead. I think it's pretty good what we've seen from this first round. It was pretty high level in my opinion. We're seeing the rotates being pushed and pulled by what's it called. That freeze halfway through the round is pretty impressive, even though it was pretty simple. Small did the dream, finds the first two. Then dashes out again to get a third. That's going to be an early Waylay ult on the cards if they play it right. Gets 4. We could see the second ace in a row from this guy. Oh, he will not find it. Amateur actually steals the ace. I'm sure that there's going to be some not so kind words spoken from Small Did Big Dream, but I mean, it's pretty impressive, and already we see him working towards this Waylay ult. 6 out of 8 ult orbs, 2 away. That's going to be a pretty good argument for a snowball here. And if WIC, they don't even have to win this bonus round, they can just do damage. It looks like that is their goal with this lower buy. I mean, I'm excited to see what's it called have in store.
Obscuring vision. Concealment. Recovering it.
Utility to clear out connector. Pressure we're seeing up from Astryx X causing what's it called to be forced to re-clear their own space. Looks like he's wanting to take an early engagement, but Zera, Chamber actually finds a pretty good amount of damage on him. They didn't see Yoru, but I think they have a pretty good idea of what's going on here. They actually rotate back over towards A, which is a strong side as we see from the side of Astryx X. Could get scary. Again, we're the Sova drone re-clear their own space. Not sure if they spotted Astra there, but it wouldn't matter anyways. Fade actually misses the siege, but it's alright. Trey's coming through. Small Divot Dream finds the pretty good Waylay stun. 2 picks already coming out from the side of what's it called? Needy finds Astra. That's a much needed pick. Heart kind of stuck here, but sends the teleport back towards min. Actually will get out. It's a full offsite post plant we're seeing.
One enemy remaining.
What's it called? Making this bonus round pretty convincing, other than an unfortunate pick towards middle. Needy getting a little bit of extra damage, but 2 picks and some shields. That'll be all. Pretty normal bonus round, but do see small did they dream 1 away from the Waylay ult already. Pretty impressive gameplay. Zera is 2 away from the Killjoy ult. That could definitely be a huge tool for the side of what's it called on this attacking half. There's one thing we definitely need to talk about. It's Astryx X not utilizing B enough. Not even pushing towards mid at all. It's just been straight through A main so far. I think Astryx X has a pretty good read on this, to be honest. In fact, they're already fighting it now. Waylay dashes out. Manages to find Penalty. Wawa finds Carp. Already at a numbers disadvantage this early into the game. Into the round. We do see Chamber maybe about to take an engagement with Zera. Could help to even out numbers. No, he will not. Zera actually finds the pick. It's a very nice shot. And he's still going, but Nimbus puts an end to it. Newt taking an engagement against Astra. Astra falls back towards site. Looking to regroup. Actually, Newt keeps going. A little bit of a misplay. This somehow puts Astryx X at a numbers disadvantage just off the back of some, I would say, overheats that were not needed. Does look like what's it called has read this round pretty well now, starting to rotate back over towards A, which is not exactly a weak site, but also there's a perfect Astro Wall. That'll get everyone on Astryx X, both remaining players, to rotate back over towards B. What's it called has a free plant right now. Actually still a lurkout from Margini. Might find Astra here. Here's Astra, but probably calling to her team, Astryx and Art. What's it called decides to fall off and play a full post plant. Argini might end up finding Wawa. I wouldn't be surprised. They know where Wawa is.
Blocking vision. Pulling them in.
Astra suck for first contact. Nimbus just a little bit of spam. Argini finds Needy. Ooh, Wawa, a little bit of a whiff, to be honest. What's it called actually evens the round count off the back of a pretty shaky start at best, but Astryx X gives very unnecessary picks to what's it called? A huge misplay from the side of Newt, I would say, giving Astra that free pick over on the B site. Pretty much losing the round single-handedly. It's not something I say often, but that was definitely the deciding pick, and off that, Astra had a pretty good wall to fake over towards B. Just like a B long scale. In fact, it's all 5 B long. What's it called? Has just pretty much been going all 5 B long so far. Diameter actually gets baited out by the drone, and Zera finds Newt at the same time. That's a free B site. It looks like Astryx X is just gonna have to play from retake from what little control they still have in street. I think that what's it called is gonna realize they have this space, and Zera actually pushes out and finds Waylay. It's incredible from the side of what's it called here, and some whiff shots out from Wawa, and boom, that's the round. All 5 down B long, easy win, I suppose. It was a save, but it was still impressive from the side of what's it called to immediately recognize, boom, we have the space, go, 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 it's over. Even recognizing that the retake's coming from street. Pretty silly, to be honest, whenever we saw Amateur, the Chamber, get distracted by the Sova drone. That's something you don't see often, just full focusing on the Sova drone instead of the obvious B long push, but I feel like nerves probably got to him there. He didn't want to get caught out early. What's it called? Grouping back over towards A. That's pretty much the story of this game. Full A hits and then B hits on the eco. Small Did the Dream finds Carp, but gets Waylay ulted in reverse, and Zera finds Needy. Zera solo pushing Art. Nobody can capitalize off of that pretty shabby Waylay ult, and Art control belongs to Astryx X. However, Nimbus pushes back over towards Art. Small Did Dream is watching him, but he actually finds the other Waylay. Nimbus, doing his best for the side of what's it called, does not want to go out this early. So finds another. Wawa Nimbus is doing absolutely incredible, and boom, just like that. What's it called? Have edged out another round from seemingly nowhere. Let's see what Newt can do. Pushing from A main, but what's it called? Will hear him. We even see Nimbus start to push behind. Starts to clear, and I think that he has some recognition of what's going on here, but still pretty nervous about sight, doesn't know anything about art. Nimbus actually watching the teleport, what's it called, closes out yet another round where they lose early engagements. I have to ask the question, what is going on with what's it called, losing early picks, and even there, Astryx recognizes it. Says this is an issue. We are winning the early engagements, but losing the rounds off of players overheating. Yeah, it would be frustrating too if I was on the side of Astryx, but that just goes to show what's it called is never truly out for the count. That's the former Zero G Nebula team. Now what's it called? That's the team that's consistently ranked towards the top of the power rankings. It's nothing that we didn't expect, but still surprising to see this type of gameplay in action. Getting some aerial action right here. The God's eye view.
W observer.
W observer. If I were
Don't
the
ask
coach
why.
right now, I would be talking about overheating and playing together, because even if you are getting these early engagements, the fact that you're not getting traded but still losing picks later into the round is not a promising sign. It's shaky mid-rounding. Very, very shaky mid-rounding from the defender side. A pretty clean early 2 rounds, but I mean that doesn't mean anything. And it looks like Small Debut Dream is ready to potentially trap A main, but I'm not sure how well that will go with this weaker buy. It's pretty much instant, but actually sending in a Euroclone and they'll get nothing off of this. Nimbus even finds the first engagement on Wawa. That's absolutely shabby. Nimbus 2 headshots. Zera finds another. 3 kills on the board for what's it called before Chamber finally puts an end to the madness, but the damage is done. It's too late. A 4 versus 2, and what's it called have fully rotated over towards B site, while Astryx is still over towards A, probably conscious of this Nimbus lurk, and Amateur will find Nimbus, but it's still not a good situation. At least that's one rifle they can pick up, but it's a 3v2 post plant on the B site, and they're miles away. I wouldn't say that they even have a chance. It's a full Astra setup. They have CT control, they have street control, they have halls. They know where they have to go from. Carp looks to be looking towards long just a little bit. Is he sleeping at the wheel? He is sleeping at the wheel, but he gets ready to refight. The flash misses. How many does he find from this? Well, finds one. Does he find the second? Small Did Big Dream, he's just running at him. Oh, what a whiff! Absolutely detrimental from Small Did Big Dream. Carp manages to find the shorty kill even off the back of a pretty terrible whiff and a faulty flash. It's a complete fold from an overconfident Astryx, or maybe just nervous, maybe just trying to have fun with it. But either way, that is not the play in a 2 to 4 game.
Calling my bot.
I don't know what else to say. Astryx getting completely outclassed here off the back of their self. They are their own worst enemy at this point. How much confidence do you have to run at someone and lose the fight in such a fashion? Newt gets tucked into this pause that Yoru is so good for. Does Penalty clear him? Looks like no, he doesn't. He barely misses. But Newt actually reveals himself, teleports away, leaving Chamber alone on the B side. It's a full group over towards B long besides Astra, who we see kind of loosely holding mid, just listening for audio cues. Might have a good read here. It does look like Needy might get ready to push out in just a bit.
Who's next?
Yoru to clear B. Not taking any chances on this one. I don't blame them. Does Yoru spot them out? Yes, it looks like he does. A pretty okay Yoru, but actually manages to find Chamber somehow. Waylay, a perfect timing from Carp on that flash. Maybe intentional, maybe not. Fatal's coming through for a retake that looks doomed to begin. Looks like it's over before it even begins. Newt knows where two are. Holding a nice angle, but still manages to lose to Nimbus. Zera finds to pick on Wawa, and Nimbus closes out off the back of a two-tick. Absolutely insane performance from the Duelist and the Sentinel on the side of what's it called. 12-5 for the Sentinel here. Nimbus 9-4 playing hard Spacemaker. We've seen some pretty good entries from this guy. Even if he's not the high fracking firepower, he's still an incredible Spacemaker, but he is actually the firepower, so he's doing both of those jobs pretty well. And then Zera, cannot be understated the value of this Killjoy on the lurk, on the fight, on the group. Does not matter where he is. Zera consistently finding value. Endless glaze for the side of what's it called. Another A main group. Sends the dart over towards A main, wary of an A main fight from Astryx X. Looks like 3 people did push Art, but decided to fall back, and it looks like Zera is actually gonna push out and take this space back. That's the value we were talking about from the side of from Zera. Actually puts a pause here. Kind of reads it from the side of Astryx X. Knows that they like to get aggressive. I wouldn't blame him from the last 8 rounds. They pretty much give free kills. He might actually get the kill on Small Dibba Dream if he just plays his cards right. On the side of B, Argini inserted towards B main. Sova loosely holding from B longs. A 3-person strong stack on B. It would be a pretty good fake if they decide to exec on A right now, and looks like Sova is rotating back towards A to do exactly that. Argini just holding, waiting for an engagement. Again, just like we see with Zera, they know how Astryx X like to play. Yoru will rotate off of the B site back towards A, kind of reading this. Zera gets a ton of splash damage onto Small Dibba Dream, but oh, finally spotted out. Falls back off Art, decides to regroup with the team at the same time. Nimbus entries in, but actually loses a very rare loss on this entry to Needy, but it's too late. Argini already lurked back up over towards B. That's the value of the lurk we saw. Everything is for a reason on the side of what's it called. Absolutely spectacular gameplay, I would say. Sova plants the bomb. Yoru goes over towards long. Argini continues going, actually. Loses against Needy. That's an engagement they did not need to lose. Pinoti, everybody on the side of what's it called is whiffing. It's a collapse, I would say. Parp gets spotted out by the Yoru. How many can he get? What can he do? Zera is heard by Small Dibba Dream in a pretty strong pause, pulls a knife out and loses. Carp gets 2, but eventually is put in place by Newt. This is a 3rd round on the board for Astryx X, one that they desperately needed. If they lost this round with all the ults, I would be pretty mad. But at the same time, on the side of what's it called, I would not be angry about losing this round. They had so many ults on. They got stalled out on the art push to begin with. They just didn't really go fast enough, and their one full send from their waylay lost out on sight, which is a very rare loss, I would say. So I don't blame them for collapsing under the pressure of this round. There weren't many options once Argini died pushing CT. Just had to get bomb down, play for the credits, which they do have plenty of. That is the one silver lining. They have credits and they have the ult. Waylay ult, another one might add, and Killjoy ult. Both coming out from the side of what's it called. This might be what's it called's round. The perfect round to completely shatter Astryx X's economy. Get inserted towards A main. Just one person on A main. There is a double push behind. Might find Argini if Argini's sleeping here. And he is not. Argini finds Small Dibba Dream. There's still one more towards mid, but Chamber gonna be pretty late. Astryx decides to group back up. Newt actually pushes out with the teleport. Pretty smart play from the side of Astryx X. Manages to get one. Needy getting dashed on. Nimbus will not fail on the entry this time. How could he? Nimbus might actually find Amateur, and he does. Chamber dead. That art lurk gone.
Concealment.
2 versus 4. Astryx X versus what's it called? Let's see what Astryx X has in store for us. Looks like a full off post plant, but there is a lurk back for Horn Flower. No, we might actually get caught out. Newt finds Nimbus. That's a 3v2 now. This is winnable. This is dangerous. And if this loses, it's frustrating, and there's the Astro wall. At what point does Astro decide to use the... Oh, not before it's halved. Newt actually gets it halved, and Pinoti and Zera managed to find the kills in the blink of an eye. I missed what even happened. The Astro wall looks like it's all for nothing, and what's it called? Keeps the Waylay ult into this round. That might be their ticket to at least a 3 to 8 half. They don't find a 9th round as well. Astryx X want any chance on the attacking side, they need to get these 2 last rounds of the half, because this comp is not good for attacking. Not at all. let's see what they have in store for us. Chamber pushing at V-Long again. He's done this 1,000 times. We've seen this exact situation a couple rounds ago where he actually, oh, this time he's being proactive, actually trying to break the drone before he gets spotted out by the Sova's buddies. But Sova just fake pressure, runs back over, grabs the spike. They look to group up over towards A main. Newt is waiting for them in this very strong pause. Zera, does he clear him? No, he does not. Newt gets to pick on his Zera, but there's no teleport waiting for him. Actually teleports out into the open and Nimbus finds him. Newt leaves A site pretty weak, but Waylay and Fade rotate over before it can become a bigger issue than it already is. Astra still in a pause over towards street, over towards shops, I mean. Holds this space that Sova, oh my god. Small did a dream, manages to whiff, but still finds Nimbus. Penalty gets the trade. It's still a 3v3. Both teams have a pretty good chance, as long as Needy doesn't do unnecessary pushes, and Chamber does exactly that. Needy finds the trade still. Just heroics out from the side of Astryx X to make this round even remotely winnable. Wawa, what can he even do? Has the suck at least, but it's nowhere near the bomb. Has nothing but a classic, and this Astral will pretty much seal the deal. Needy just solo pushing through the wall. Who does he think he is? However good Astryx X thinks they are not this good. Wawa at least has a gun now instead of just a classic. Might kind of understand there's someone close. Smokes off long to isolate the right side. How fast does he go? Does he let them get into a better position? Does he clear right side? It looks like he does, but Penalty still finds the kill. Astryx X giving themselves no chance into this round with constant pushes and heroic plays. It's Astryx X just completely folding, and they're folding under absolutely no pressure. What's it called? Did nothing but hold that entire round and still managed to win. There was constant mid pushes that, you know, Fade at least saved the trade there, but we can't have Fade then pushing through the Astro wall on B and dying before Wawa can even go to help him. It's frustrating to watch Astryx X just completely screw themselves over. Not to be rude to themselves, but it's frustrating. 3 rounds, and most of these rounds haven't been lost because of what's it called being good. These rounds have been lost because Astryx X are screwing themselves over. Finally, a full push over towards B-Long. There's no Chamber to get distracted by the drone now, at least. Wawa is the only one on site. Chamber, Sova looks to pick the bomb up. It might be ending B. Fade playing over towards connector for a quick rotate, and Yora rotates over as well. This is 3 on the B side, but Karp will spot them out if he plays this right. Spots one out, finds Newt, looks to go back over towards street to clear out more space, but decides against it. A pretty clean Waylay ult, if I do say so myself, but he's not able to, he is able to capitalize off of it. Karp finds Newt, Waylay, and a Fatal coming through from the side of Astryx X. What's it called is about to get grinded up, but Zera manages to find 2 kills and makes this actually winnable for what's it called. Wawa in a 1v3, now 1v2, finds Nimbus. It's a 1v1 now, Zera versus Wawa. Can the match MVP close this round out for what's it called, or will Astryx X find a 4th round? Wawa puts himself in a pretty strong pause over towards the spike, but actually looks back over towards Halls, and Karp! Zera is completely knife out. Wawa finds the 1 versus 3 on site to save a seemingly cooked round on the side of Astryx X. This is the story of this game so far, folks. Complete heroics out from every player on Astryx X, but even despite the insane mechanics we're seeing, there's no team play to be found. Not a single bit. It's desolate.
100%. That was actually the story for the other 2 maps beforehand. You saw like a lot of the Astryx X players make some crazy, insane plays, but the teamwork was just not there in comparison. I just got back, and then I just heard you doing the best casting I've ever heard in my life, by the way.
Oh, dude, I'm so locked in, man. I've never casted this good.
Sorry for the observing in that last round. So much was happening, like, middle of the
No, you're good.
fight.
I'm watching, so if you're not, like, observing something that I want to talk about, I just switch and then switch back to you. Like, we're teamwork. Don't worry.
Right.
Don't worry, baby girl. Baby girl.
Also, can we talk about this amazing scene that we had before us in this halftime break? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
What's the story behind this? Like, what do we think?
This is the story of
the snake and the rabbit are gay lovers, and the bear.
Stalker.
No. The bear is watching his boyfriend get confessed to by someone else, and he's jealous. Those shoes.
Oh shit!
What's this then? Is this?
Well, they're playing soccer.
Tucked?
Oh, those are goals.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that they were playing soccer. But...
Goalie strikers. Okay?
That was all me, by the way. That was all me. I'm super sorry.
But anyways, yeah, no, you can definitely tell why Waffle's the primary caster and I'm the secondary one. I cannot primary cast, that's for damn sure. Also, you've been.
I think
cooking,
just in the last like 2 seconds, my observing has gotten better for sure.
It definitely has.
Although
You're actually-
sometimes it's actually like hard to understand what the frick's going on. So I
No,
just,
same
like,
here. Don't
Oh,
worry.
yeah,
Whenever you're observing something that I want to cast, I just switch to what I want. Like, don't worry.
Yep.
Looks like.
Although I will
Ash-
say-
Go on.
I was gonna say, yeah. So far, it's been a repeat of what we've seen over like the entirety of the series, right? Astryx is like really, really good individually, insane individually even, but the teamwork's just not there. When what's it called, teamwork and trading have just been there throughout the entirety of the series for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. And Astryx X, not to be rude, but we're able to breeze by certain teams pretty easily with these insane mechanics, but they're not going to be able to make it to the big, the bigger ocean, the bigger sea, if they don't start playing together. Everyone in playoffs has cracked mechanics. That's just the story of playoffs. You have to. You have to also play together. And Carp jiggling over towards B-Long, not getting over aggressive. Actually does get over aggressive, but a pretty calculated risk. Although this information will be wrong information for the sides of what's it called. But actually, what's it called, not going to get antsy. Still has 2 over towards A main for early information. And now this false information for what's it called turns into correct information as they group up over towards street. Carp is found, but has a flash to stall for a little bit. Argini over towards Halls. Does the best he can to anchor in a very strong pause in the smoke. Hears them planning, knows that there are people close right, calls his team back over. Sova rotates over. Whaley gonna get caught out by this trip. Yeah, actually gets caught out by this trip, but I wonder if Chamber even noticed with all this going on. Zera fighting in street, knows there are 2. Sova pushes up while he has the chance. Wawa might actually. Wawa finds penalty.
Last player standing.
And Astryx X actually has a well coordinated round.
Oh yeah, very well coordinated, really strong. This is what we needed to see from them earlier on. Right now, it's a 1v4, and it's realistically an unwinnable situation for Zera.
I mean, this is exactly like Astryx X constantly pushing, but it looks like on their attack side, they definitely know how to do it together. It's kind of an extreme example of what we saw with PaperX towards the beginning. Yeah, they were better than the other teams because the other teams didn't know how to fight against their defensive aggression, but once the other teams caught up to PaperX, it was pretty difficult for PaperX to actually find success on their defense half, just like what we're seeing with Astryx X. But PaperX has always been good on the attack side because they know how to group together and fight. They know how to give trades, and it's just one round, but we definitely saw a lot of that, especially in Street over towards CT.
Yeah, that street was beautiful.
Exactly, yeah. Chamber, Astra, Waylay, Fade, all fighting together, and Street finds Zera. I would be frustrated if I were what's it called. Actually, 4 pushes out of mid, has early information. Astryx X seems to read this pretty perfectly, though. They do slam over towards B off the Sova dart they saw in mid. They group up, see the trip, pinging it out. Looks like Astra's gonna want to smoke that. Pretty good idea. They do walk straight by this, but if I were Astryx X, I would be pretty aware of this. Let's see what Zera can do in the CT. Seems to not be getting any information, no noise. Icy Newt actually pushes into Carp. It's more of what we saw in the defense half. Once they get in the post plant, yeah, they're just pushing unnecessarily. Wawa finds the low HP player, but the damage is done. Penalty gets his hands on a Bulldog, and Nimbus finds a pick on a Needy in Street with the classic. They're giving one. Small W Dream finds Zera in heaven. There's one backside, there's 2 heaven. They know this. Nimbus pushes over towards Wawa. Finds Wawa. It's close. It's a 2v2. There's you know where they are. Gets on the bomb. No way to stop this now. Nimbus actually finds Small W Dream. Even if you shoot everyone, there's no chance. Penalty finds the defuse. Amateur left alive, but low HP. Team is dead.
Lost round.
Round gone. I am speechless. I don't know what else to say. It's not even that it's chaotic, it's that it's frustrating to watch because Astryx X reading what's it called perfectly, seeing the Sova dart go out and then immediately rotating, hitting over towards B, but what's it called is just too good at fighting together. You can't be this cracked individually and not be able to play together. The synergy has to be there. I'd
Horrible. Like truly, the entire their teamwork just fell apart in the post plant. They had it all. It was perfect for them.
Say Newt gets a huge red card there for pushing alone with the Bulldog and actually giving them a gun that was less on what's it called and more on Astryx X for failing, but you still have to be a good team to be able to capitalize off of it, like what's it called. And it looks like Zera and Waylay holding across over towards Street. Needy pushes over, but doesn't know that Waylay's inserted. Argini holding from bottom straight as well. This is a pretty potent crossfire. We see Yoru on B-Long, lurked up over, might catch Chamber out, but Carp chooses not to push, actually learns from his mistake. If we think back to the first round, we actually got significant damage done to himself, and this time he TPs away. He doesn't exactly get any information, but it's still strong. Sova reclears over towards A. It seems like has a pretty good read of what's going on. Astra and Waylay choose not to overfight, but instead just explore out of street. Nimbus finds Wawa right as Needy finds Zera, and now they have full control of street, full control of spawn. Needy trying to grab that spike back, throws the eye. Now they know exactly where he is. Might be a misplay from him, telling them exactly where he is. Chamber about to push out of the smoke, chooses not to, even gets pinged out by Argini.
I don't know if they have the bomb in their hands. It's just Penalty here.
Pretty incredible angle from Penalty, but decides to fall off instead of keep on going. That's what we love to see from just playing together. It looks like Ambassador at the chamber over towards Connector might find a flank onto if they don't predict this. And Penalty finds a perfect dart on the Newt. This is going terribly wrong unless Chamber can find something. This round is cooked. Actually has just a headhunter and a ghost, and they don't read this at all. Carp does find Small Bit to Dream, and Needy finds a headshot into Carp. Argini finds Needy, and Ambassador, it's a whiff out. Can he find the low HP and get anything else? He gets two. There's one more. Can he stop the defuse?
He's not running. He's not running fast enough.
Penalty even gets spammed down by the Odin 5 to 10. A complete collapse. Astryx X didn't even have a good start to that round. They didn't do exactly the correct things. They push into Connector and let encroach on them, suffocating them to death slowly as they get into Connector and think they have the space, but actually there's a strong hold in CTN Street that they managed to pinch with, and even whenever Chamber manages to break through into spawn, he doesn't exactly find anything because he pulls out the headhunter, whiffs, gets some damage, finds two, but doesn't manage to stop the defuse because all of its teammates have died before he can even trade them. It's frustrating to see the individuals again popping off, but nobody is playing together. Absolutely nobody is thinking, how can I capitalize off of my teammate's position right now? Argini right now, we can see this with Argini holding the angle with a shotgun while Zera holds behind him. If Argini dies, Zera trades, but Argini doesn't die, instead he gets two!
And sure, Astryx X is able to get the picks eventually, but it's too little, too late. It has to be. Although
rare misplay from Penalty with that Odin. That is an extra gun, but Carp might find Needy. No, instead he hears the information, so does Waylay. Slowly clearing this angle, manages to get the pick. No, the hit onto Wawa. Prowler out to clear B main while Cart pushes behind. Has nothing but a sheriff, but he did hit a pretty clean shot earlier. Here's Fade ulting, gonna call for someone to watch to see who's ulting. Probably knows that Asher's in backside based off of the Prowler from. Perfect flash, but actually just a whiff on it. Even the observer thought that Carp had it based off of that flash, but a very almost rare whiff. Nimbus slowly clearing out in a pretty terrible position, dashes into heaven and does not find the pick. Wawa actually, it's a pretty nice adjustment on the Nimbus as he flashes up into heaven. Astryx X finds a 6th round on the board, but 4-round gap isn't exactly insurmountable, but is on a lower buy, and Astryx X has the perfect opportunity to use these 3 ults to find a very important 7th round. 6-10 at the half, or at the time.
At the timeout. I do got a question though. Is this a good timeout for the side of I feel like their coach is kind of calling a premature timeout here. I feel like
honestly
this gives Astryx X the ability to.
I feel like it goes back to what I said the other day, or not the other day, but earlier about how I said that you want to start the momentum no matter how far you are up, immediately, just so they can't.
Yeah, 100%. I was about to say this timeout's definitely not a strategic comeback because it's not exactly it doesn't have the read most rounds. It's just that needs a mental reset. The coach, Luna, gonna get involved, say, hey guys, you need to stop before this gets out of hand. You are better than them. They are not playing together like you are. Looks like Astryx X actually pinging over towards Street, looking to abuse it like they did last round against Argini and Zera. They might have the read. It looks like Zera's the only one playing towards Street this time. Astra goes back over towards B site. Zera does actually set up towards Street, but actually goes back towards Art to help Sova with the mid fight.
Yep. I will say, if I am this timeout and this round, it's gonna depend a lot on those coaches, right? This is where we see that head to head in the 2 coaches, wondering who is the better coach, who can better give their team a good read, or get your team ready make sure that they're not going to throw the advantage that they've worked so hard for. The dog comes out through 3. It's nice. It's calm. Things are calm for the first time in a long time.
Loose hold from both ends of the connector, but Penalty will actually find the information, and immediately Carp groups back over to help with this fight. Here's the Yoru clone, but probably knows it's just a clone. Zera and Nimbus over towards connector, finding the spike down into connector. Can we get the observer on this fight? That's insane.
Yeah, that street pinch was ridiculous. And oh my god, Small David Dreams. He's gonna find the trade onto Nimbus, which is like a silver lining. And the ult, wait, the ult might be huge
Is
here.
this a good ult though? No, it's not! Absolute fool down from Astryx X! What are you using your ults for? Penalty finds the adjustment with the Odin and his teammate gets the trade. A wasted Waylay ult. That's your ticket back in. Gone. Poof, out the door. Perfect timeout from Luna, but we have to wonder, what is the idea here from Astryx X pushing in the street? Getting picked off one by one, then using the Waylay ult into a 2v4. It's nonsensical. You don't even have any information.
No information. You know that there's an Odin holding you, and yet you still pop the ult. And then the street pinch that happened at the beginning of the round just repeats itself, and they end up losing the round anyways. Now, slowly taking the mid space. Looks like they're going to bait out this KJ utility and then maybe go from there. Bombs down, and Astryx is finally playing a bit of a slower round. All that street presence, all the rushing and the getting pinched, it's something that they need to stop from happening, and this default should be able to punish them for taking any additional space that they might try to take. It's only Zera here, but Zera, we've seen him go crazy in some of these rounds before. Not going to be able to find too much. The Yoru comes out, Icy, scans out the Sova, and now this A side's going to be pretty much free for the side of Astryx, but the Flood retake is here and ready. They have the Waylay ult for the retake as well, along with the Astral. They know that, so they're going to flash out and try to fight aggro, but
Penalty doesn't even have to do anything. Gets 2 picks on the knee and Small Bit to Dream. Newt flashes out, pushes by himself again. Zera, he knows he's there. Emitter gets Waylay ulted. Fast Flood onto site, knows that they have the advantage. Aster Wawa is alone in art. What can he do? Nothing. Argini finds a pick on the Wawa. A complete collapse from the side of Astryx X. What are they doing? Just pushing alone. Yoru flashing through a smoke and trying to push into 3 people. He knows the Odin is there. He knows that they know where he is, so why does he push instead of regrouping on site? Then once he's dead, Waylay ults, dashes on the site, gets a pick on the chamber, and then they manage to isolate Astra into art. It's a complete 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 from the side of Astryx X. Nothing that what's it called is doing wrong, but it's definitely not anything special from what's it called. What's it called does not look like the insane split that we saw from Wukong or the corrode that we saw from HNL. It just looks like Astryx X wants to go home. Astryx X doesn't want to coordinate scrimmages for this tournament anymore. They're tired of scheduling things. Fireball actually calls a timeout. I wonder, is this timeout too late?
Casting.
I love you.
Won't lie, bro.
Is this timeout worth it? Do you guys think? I feel like this is too late.
Yeah, I think it's definitely too late. Absolutely.
Of course it feels too late, but I mean, if you're Fireball, you have to call this timeout here. It's here or never, right?
Of course.
And you got to tell your team to take it 1 round at a time. Honestly, Astryx, they realistically could come in, like, it feels like they have the mechanics to come back into any game. It really does. It feels like they deserve to be here as individuals, but the teamwork is just falling apart at every turn. There's no trades, there's no togetherness, and when they do try to do something together, it's usually met up with good planning from the side of what's it called.
Yeah.
They tried to fight out into secret, but it just didn't work out. The Odin's sitting there, it's spraying, they're all grouped up, they're waiting, and plans just fall apart.
I wonder if Fireball knows round by round, 1 round at a time, doesn't have to apply to match point and series point and elimination point. He can call it at 6-11 or 6-10 or even 6-9, it doesn't matter. Penalty uses the ult, but actually has to cancel off the back of a nice pick from Newt, but Penalty actually manages to find the spam on the Small Debate Dream, and Newt is just swinging into him. Amateur as well. Penalty is on for the ace. 3 on the round, 2 left before elimination for Astryx X. Keeps on spamming through, even uses the Sova Dart. That's little information they have. It looks like Zera actually trying to push out Penalty, uses the drone, will find one, does not know there's another one waiting, but just spams straight through the wall. I'm surprised Wawa's still alive, and Cart gets the flash. Wawa tries to equalize things. Needy, can he do anything? Gets 2 to 1v1 now. Argini versus Needy. He knows there's no one on A site. Does he overthink it? Yes, he does. Argini all the way over towards mid, but Needy overthinks it, tries to push back, even reloads where Argini can hear it. Argini has the information now. Argini could meet him on the rotate. Both of these players are both overthinking this at the same exact time. Needy, it's too late to go back over towards A.
This is ridiculous to both
30
overthinking, and
seconds
now
left.
it all comes down to this. Astryx 1 round away from elimination, 1 player, stopping them from continuing on in the tournament. And he's stuck planting the bomb. He's not ready. He jiggles. He's whisked.
It's over! Astryx are eliminated from the Night Sky Invitational! Absolutely nothing they could have done against the might of what's it called in this elimination game. Perfect trades playing together. Astryx X, nothing they could have done to stop themselves from pushing 1 by 1 into what's it called? It's frustrating at best, but like it as they must, it's the end. Astryx X, it's over. They're eliminated from the tournament, and what's it called will move on.
It was a great fight by Astryx X, and they really had a good chance of winning this game. They showed themselves up as amazing individuals that just need a little bit more togetherness, a little bit more teamwork.
I'm gonna go ask about who wants to do the interviews.
I'm the IGL. Yeah, right. What's it called? But yeah, no, you gotta wonder, like, what's it called? We had Small Baby Dream in here earlier. He said that they were feeling really confident. He said that they were certain that they were going to win this, and it was really difficult.
This is Nimbus from what's it called?
Nimbus, what's up?
Like I said, we weren't nervous about anything. We beat them last time, even with the new roster. We knew we were going to beat them. We were just trying out new comps. You know, we're like, what do you call it? Just testing stuff out. You know, the Yoru. Still getting used to the Yoru.
He said the
No.
thing, guys. He said the thing.
But what do you call it? Yeah, we were all locked in. You know, we were all hyper focused. You know, code Pino. You guys want to get that? You know, focused in. But yeah, we're set.
Yeah,
We wanted to try out new comps and everything. Just have fun, but
Yeah, I wanna.
you're
I
looking
wanna-
to destroy this one bind.
I want to ask about the trades out from the side of Astryx X. To me, it seemed a lot less like what's it called was spectacular. You guys played really well, of course, but I want to ask, didn't it seem like Astryx X was kind of giving you guys the advantage in a lot of these rounds? Is that true?
I mean, the way that it was feeling like while playing, they just couldn't win 1v1s. That was really it. Like on bind, like it was the same thing on Breeze, but on bind it was a little bit harder because they were always huddled up together. So if you swung Brim, Sky was there to instantly get the trade. But because of the way the Pearl is built, we were able to get more 1v1s, even when they were like trying to be aggressive mid. Like me and Zero were just like, we were destroying the mid. They really couldn't come out mid.
So you think it comes down to individual mechanics less so than team play?
Yeah. It was mostly that. Because I'm not explaining it. It was like the bind got a little bit harder just because of the Uto, right? We were getting like ult cycled, we were getting ulted, and they were just. It was like you swung one person, you swung 3 people, so it was really hard to try to get 1v1s.
Yeah.
But Pearl wasn't like that. Pearl, like we just felt like they couldn't beat us 1v1. Like mechanically, we know we were better than them, so it was really that. But they were good. They were really good. I will say they did a lot better this time than last time we faced them. Because last time we faced them, it was it's like they gave up. But this time they did good.
Is there? I want to ask: is there any bad blood between these two teams, or is it all GGs at the end of the day?
We have no bad blood with any teams here, bro. It's all love. It's all Valorant, bro.
All right.
I only got bad blood with people that don't like ass pass. That's the only thing, right? If you don't like the goat, and if you think the goat's the beta, I got a problem with you. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
all
about
love,
to
you know?
rage bait. I was about to rage bait, but yeah, never mind.
all love.
I have my last question for you is what's next from here, and what's next for what's it called after leaving your former org and making the last chance qualifier run straight through to playoffs. What do you have prepared, and what will you do to prepare for playoffs starting March 20th?
I mean, we were kind of like we kind of went into this game with like a what do you call it, like a more leveled out head, because the team that we lost to, we scrimmed them before, and we destroyed them. So we kind of went into it just like we already knew we were gonna win. So then we didn't warm up, we didn't practice. It was like the ego got the best of us, and then they punished us for us. So, but now for playoffs, there is a team we want to go against. There's a team that we really want to go against, like badly. So
Which team?
we want that
I think
zero
we all
G.
know.
We want that
Yeah.
zero G.
You want to go against 0G comment?
We want to put belt to zero G. Yes.
All right, it's official. All right, it's official. It's official. 0G comment. This is what's it called? Calling you guys out. They want to go against
100%
you
a
guys.
rivalry game in the making.
Just,
Like we got friends in there, but
I mean that
it's
makes it all
Crab
the
versus
better,
Luca.
man.
It's
That makes it all the better.
like I love my boy Isaiah. I love King Bob, but they got to get belt. They got to get belt.
BTA.
All
Yeah,
right,
we got to
cool.
put that BTA on them.
Well, thank you for your time and congratulations on qualifying to playoffs. I won't keep you any longer, but good luck in playoffs, and we'll see you back.
One more
March
thing,
20th,
one more
man.
thing.
One more thing. One more thing.
One more thing. Everybody in the chat, Neuro code Pino, make sure to
Oh,
get
God.
your Neuro gum stuff. Make sure to get my boy his bread,
Fuck, bro.
Well, you guys have a blessed night.
You too, man.
You too, man. All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go ask
crazy.
about Astryx real quick.
I'm pinging.
Yep, crazy.
I'm pinging.
Whatever. Crazy interview though. 100% definitely was. A lot of interesting statements
plugging
that
the
Nimbus
code
made when he
too.
was here.
Yeah,
Plugging
We had some
code.
call outs.
definitely a
Top
call
one
out.
plug, I
If
will
you don't
say.
know, what's it called? Used to be 0G Nebula, and they actually split off from the org. And I heard that there was some internal drama there.
Oh, is the IGL coming with?
It was a small day. Small day, big dream.
No,
Hi,
sorry, not you
guys!
yet, not you yet.
What?
Sorry, Wavy. I have like an order that I like to do things. I'm sorry. I
Bruh.
get the IGLs first.
IGL first, and then we could bring in Small Day Big Dream.
Wow, what's up?
Hello? Wait, where am I?
You are in the shoutcast. You are live.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Oh,
okay.
No.
What is up? What is up?
Hi man, how are you?
Hello. I wanna first
Hello.
off, my condolences for the loss. It was definitely
Good.
definitely a great game to watch. I had a ton of fun casting it. I'm
Thank
a
you.
big fan of Astryx X. I'm excited to see what you guys do next. But my first question is, coming into the night, how were you feeling, and how are you feeling now?
Definitely a little nervous, just because we've played them before and we got 2-0'd before. But I feel like we came in with like good mental thinking, just positive thoughts, I guess. I don't know. And then after the first game, of course that was a kind of a plunder, but
Definitely managed to crawl back on bind.
after the first game, we were all like, yeah, let's just put that game behind us and just lock in on the second game. And we definitely pulled through, definitely locked in. Third map, a little rough. But I mean, honestly, all good. We're still like newish team. So I'm not too mad. I'm not too mad at our performance, especially because like none of us have played together like a ton. We literally picked up fucking Brody like a week ago, so I don't know, all good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good early practice. I don't
Yeah.
blame you guys for. I mean, you guys still made it to the LCQ. That's challenging in and
Yeah.
of itself. The caliber of teams
Yes,
here is
sir.
just insane. I want to ask. You already talked about it a little bit with the topic of like being new and not having experience with each other. But what happened on the first map and also on the third map?
First map we kind of just fell apart. I can't lie. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't think we didn't fall apart mentally. It was more of like we fell apart in like the fact where like we just didn't know what we were doing. Like we would call plays and like everything would just be jumbled and like we had no clue what we were doing, where we were supposed to be. We were like swinging like just like not together. It was like really bad, but all good. Second map, I don't know. I think we were just like I don't know. I don't know what to say about that second map. I don't think it was a bad map, but definitely could have done better.
I would like to ask, trades. That seems to be the issue.
Trades?
But yeah, like you all trading, playing together. You guys did
Oh,
really
yeah.
well with that on second map. Like what's the difference in, I know you guys haven't practiced bind, but what's the difference between like bind and something like breeze?
Oh,
or
okay. So personally, our Astryx X team has scrimmed bind quite a bit, so we are. I would say that we are very good on bind.
Yeah, definitely makes all the
Our
difference.
our Pearl is a little. We haven't scrimmed a ton on Pearl, so I don't know. That could have been the difference. I'm not sure.
We're definitely talking about like being new, and that definitely makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
I want to ask about that pivotal timeout from Fireball, and the score was 6-12. What was going on with Fireball? Like, what was he saying there? What was he speaking to y'all about?
How to play the last round, just what to do, what we should have done, what he would like to see of us, I guess. I think our calls were kind of clashed, so like I would call something, right? But we called the timeout, and so I was like, okay, Fireball, like what do we have to do? Like what's the plan here? What do we have to do for this last round? And he just called something, and we were like, okay, we're gonna follow it. But I don't know. I feel like we got kind of red. They were just there. Very unlucky, but it's okay. All good.
Yeah, definitely all good. My last question for you, I won't keep you much longer. What's next? Not just in the next season of this tournament, if you guys choose to come back, but what's next for Astryx X in terms of practice and prep for future tournaments and Premier?
Uh, we'll probably try and scrim a bit more, as right now our schedules are a little scuffed. I can't even lie, especially with me working like 5 days a week or something. So it's a little rough there. But it's okay. All good. We'll probably, hopefully scrim more. Hopefully get more practice with each other. Hopefully not drop people like mid-season and try and find replacements for that. But you know, that's all good. All good. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're chilling, honestly. Like I think if we just keep playing and we keep like figuring out how we like play together and like I don't know, just communication.
Yeah,
Hopefully we'll get better.
yeah, definitely a very positive mindset, and it was not a bad showing at all today. Definitely a lot of very
Yeah,
good stuff.
sure.
Well, GG's today, and my condolences for the loss, but good luck in the
Yeah,
future,
sure.
man. And
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Have a good day, brother.
Yep. I gotta admit, like Astryx, we hear them talk, and they talked about them being a new team, and I gotta say, like they might be some real world beaters in the future, right? Like we saw it here today. There was flashes of brilliance, like undoubtedly, out of that Astryx X team, and assuming that team can stay together, that they're all happy and that the vibes are always up, and they're able to like get that teamwork with some time and some scrims. I don't see why they wouldn't become an amazing force to be reckoned with, like in future tournaments, if we continue to see them.
Definitely, my thought during the match was I was trying to put a word on what I was seeing, but that's exactly what I was looking for. It's lack of experience. It's that they didn't know how to play off of each other, and that actually ended up being their loss. But it definitely not a bad showing, and I'm excited to see where they go. We're gonna get one more player from Zara, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap up for tonight. Zara, what's up?
Yo.
First off, congratulations on the win, and congrats on making it through the LCQ and qualifying to playoff starting March 20th. I know that's definitely exciting. I want to talk about not questions that I would usually ask. I want to ask you about expectations. What's it like being on what's it called, formerly Zero G Nebula, and being consistently ranked in the top 3 teams in this tournament, and being expected to qualify as the first seed, and instead having to drag yourself through the last chance qualifiers to get to playoffs? What is there pressure associated with that?
No.
No?
Not for me.
Not for you?
No.
Just doing your job?
Yeah. Nimbus tells me the dragon has to eat, so I have to eat.
Fair enough. That's all right. Why are you the dragon?
No, Nimbus is the dragon. I'm more like the baby dragon, but I'm getting there.
Why is Nimbus the dragon, and what makes you a baby dragon?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Don't
Is
know.
that a comment on his skill, or
Yeah,
okay.
he's my
All
boy.
right. All right. Yeah. My next question for you is, what was your feelings coming into the tournament or coming into today's match, and how are you feeling now?
Um, just felt like gotta lock in. No, I'm really tired.
It must have
Just
been
had
an
to play,
exhausting
just
best of
try to
three.
try my best.
You definitely, I mean, I wasn't there for the first two maps, but you definitely activated on that last map, that third map. You were honestly doing God's work in Street and Connector and constantly managing to exploit gaps over towards art. It was pretty impressive to watch. I see why you are the quote unquote baby dragon. I want to ask you. I know
Yeah.
you're tired, so I'll wrap it up in a bit. My next question for you is, what's next heading into playoffs? What's next for what's it called? What are your plans for prepping?
My plans is to win because I refuse to lose.
Okay, that's a pretty good plan. I can't argue with that.
Enough.
All right. I mean, I don't have anything else from you. You answered my questions. I admire how cool and collected you are. Or maybe you're just tired. Either way, I won't keep you much longer. Congratulations on qualifying to playoffs, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. That wraps up our interviews for tonight, but now we do have the draw show.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about the drill show. Here we go.
I will go ahead and get it set up. In the meantime, is there anything that we should talk about in regards to tonight's games?
In regards to tonight game, I don't know. I mean, we could talk about the fact that I feel like what's it called is a very confident team. Jets, just to say the least of things, right? At the end of the day, what's it called seems very confident. Especially, I mean, definitely there is good reason behind their confidence, but I do want to say like something to watch out for, and just to stir up a little bit of devil's advocate here. Maybe they're a little overconfident, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, you're coming in as the third power ranked team or second power ranked team when you came into things. Then you were super confident that you could beat the people right below you, and you lose 2-0 in a devastating fashion. And then immediately after that, you come into here being super confident, talking about testing comps and stuff, and you lose your map pick, and you managed to win it out in the end, but you gotta wonder like, are they as invincible as they feel like they are? You know?
100%.
Can I bring Small Day Big Dream in? He wants to talk.
No. I don't like. I only interview a non-IGL from the winning team. We're doing the draw show.
Bruh.
You know what? We can get one more interview in. But you have to ask the questions.
In Street history.
Oro and Braden, Oro and Wavy, you guys gotta.
Okay, fine. I'll drag him in.
Braden,
bro, what?
Wavy,
We're allowed.
you can drag him in. You can drag him in. But you guys gotta do the talking.
I gotta do the talking.
Yeah, because I'm making the draw show.
Okay, Small Day Big Dream. You're in here, bro.
What is up, fellas? How are we doing? How are we doing over on the casting station?
Well, I mean, we're doing good, but I mean, we're here
That's
to talk
amazing.
about you.
I'm glad to hear that. No, or I'm here to talk about you, baby.
Whoa.
Just joking. Can't say that. Sorry.
Yo!
All right. my bad. We're a little high. All right. First things first. We have never scrimmed Pearl as a 5-man. They've scrimmed it before I was on the team, but we've never scrimmed Pearl as a 5-man. So we put up a really good fight, personally. That's what I'm thinking. So we're still hyped. We're still ready for the next one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's gonna be a while since till we see you guys again, right? We're gonna have to take a while off season. Hopefully we'll see you guys again next tournament. You guys were a relatively new team, right?
Yeah.
You guys made some new
Very
additions.
new. We actually have 4 players right now. The guy that was playing with us tonight, he's subbing right now.
Noted. Well, in that case, yeah, I mean, you guys are, like we said, a very new team. I guess your roster isn't even officialized yet. So, you guys are going to come in. I'm assuming you guys are going to scrim more. You're going to take some more time to learn more things and hopefully, improve your guys' micro or fundamentals as a team, because a lot of you guys' plays, they seem like individual plays. Like, you guys are really, really good out there, undoubtedly. As individuals, but it felt like when it came to team play, you guys were struggling and you guys were lacking. Would you blame that on you guys' lack of experience and time together as a team?
I honestly think it was just the maps. The maps that we were playing were super big and we were really spread thin on them.
Mm-hmm.
So on Bind, it's a really compact map. You have at least 3 people on B every round, or towards A every round. So whatever you do on Bind is not gonna like go to other maps as well, because a lot of the maps that we played tonight were super big. Pearl, one of that's probably the 3rd biggest map. Breeze, one of the biggest maps, and we were just really spread thin. I think with a little bit more time though, we got that. We're 100% getting that down. And by the way, undefeated next tournament, undefeated. This team undefeated.
I will ask, to expand on that, the large team and spread or large map spread thin sort of thing. Trades. How do you? I want to know how you approach like more so team fighting. Because sometimes I personally feel if you guys send 5 B main some rounds or A main or 5 mid maybe on Breeze, you guys can win some rounds just because your solo plays are so effective. And if you even like accidentally have that sort of team play like amalgamation with your incredible solo plays, like do you think you'll win more rounds maybe?
Yeah, I think we'll win like a lot more rounds. I think tonight our ones we took like one of their teammates were saying, like the other team said that our ones were really bad tonight, and I agree with that. Our ones we couldn't take a fight to save a fucking life tonight. So our ones were really bad. But like whenever we could trade each other, every time we got the chance to trade, I think we did commit a trade. Maybe once or twice we didn't get a trade on that.
Okay. Well, other than that, I do have one question for you that I just feel like is interesting. Your team's eliminated, right? You guys don't have a horse in this race anymore. Who do you think is the favorite to win the entire thing?
My favorite to win, OLY. My boys at OLY, Fireball, this was out to you, baby. I love them boys.
Okay.
Love them boys.
Noted.
They better win this.
I'm
Yo,
expecting.
can I say one thing? Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Freaky Yuki on Twitter. Freaky Yuki on Twitter.
That's
Okay.
I love plugging myself. Sorry, I'm selfish.
You're totally good. Other than that, I think is that everything? Wavy, do you have any questions?
Actually, I did have
no,
one
I already
more.
honestly asked all my questions.
I do have one more.
Let's hear it.
We have the favorite. Who's your underdog here? Like,
Who's my underdog?
Yeah, who's your underdog?
What's it called? I love them guys. What's it called? They're gonna be really good. I know they're shooting after 0G. They got that. They're 2-0ing 0G. Moving on.
Damn.
They're 2-0ing the rest until they get to OOY. And then they're gonna lose at OOY. So sorry about that, guys. But other than that, you're gonna 2-0 every team. I know it.
Okay, noted. I'll expect to see you
don't have
in
any
the tent
questions.
cheering on OLY in their games.
Thank you.
Other than that, I think you're pretty much free to go. We appreciate having you here, and you're definitely a very fun personality to have in the caster booth.
No, thank you a ton. I hope to see you back.
Of course. I'm gonna be back. Wait. One question for y'all.
Yeah.
Just before I get disconnected. Can I please keep the name? Please, God, let me keep the name. Small dick, big dick.
No, you cannot.
Oh, Waffle,
You shouldn't have even had it on this game. You shouldn't have had it on.
Waffle, you're trolling. Come on, bro, please.
Okay, yeah, you're not. I'm sorry, but that name is
Oh,
not
oh,
just here to
man.
stay for us casters. I apologize.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna change it. I got 4 more days until I can change it, and it's gonna be a good name.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
You have a great night.
I'm holding you to that. Jesus. Well, that was it.
He's a lot.
He is. He's a high energy player. You can tell that much.
Okay, draw show being done, correct?
Yes.
Yep,
Show
now
is
as well.
being done soon. Can we wait just a little bit just to see
I'm gonna
if
get
viewership
food
goes
and go
up?
pee.
Okay.
Yep, 100%.
I mean, honestly,
I'm tired of people saying that the Dark Horses are the number 2 team. And
I know,
the
right?
number 3 team and the number what are we doing? I was hoping for
Dude,
us.
I'm
man, 'cause
telling-
we are
I'm telling
actually
you,
like
people- That's
H and
crazy.
L. H
I
and
mean,
L is the
yeah, I
dark
was about to
horse.
say H
DB8
and L is the
Wukong.
dark horse, baby.
Honestly,
DB
Yeah,
and Wukong are the dark
obviously,
horses.
but
Those are the dark
it's
horses.
both of us because we're actually worse than every other team on the planet.
In my opinion, it's
That's it.
gotta be freaking. It's gotta be one Nexus one, dude. I need to talk
No,
about these people.
nope. Yo. You say this, I think it's us. That's not even ridiculous. I think it's us. You will see us in this finals, by the way.
Okay. What a statement you're making. Wish I was that confident in us.
Well, anyways,
Well, anyways, yeah, moving on. Let me go ahead and leave. The draw show is a playoff. Is to show who is first. Playoffs is just check.
I think we're about ready to start. We're just
Yeah,
gonna
no.
wait for Wavy to get back, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I have it all pulled up already.
Okay.
You guys don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We're about ready to start the draw show. I know it's taking just a little bit. We're waiting for our co-caster to get back.
Oh shit. Also, I gotta say one thing, dude. Waffle, I missed having you, bro. You're such a hard carry in the casting boost. That's actually insane.
Thanks, dude.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, my throat was hurting after the first two maps. Like, unironically.
Pause.
No, unpause. But yeah,
Dude,
no.
I love having like have it as my game capture, because I was just playing Geometry Dash.
Oh well, actually, since we're talking about this, let's. What's the first group that we're gonna be rolling on?
We're going to roll the first seed group to decide the match order, and then we will roll the second seed to see who plays who.
Okay, well, then let's talk a little bit about our first seeded teams. Our first seeded teams is Comet, Nexus, One Nexus One, OPZ, and OLY. All of these teams have showcased that, well, they're the best in their group, of course, and they've been insanely good. Now, there is one name that I want to talk about amongst all these names that is a little bit more unknown than the rest. Is they had a match skipped to become the number one seed, and that's 1-1 or One Nexus One. How do you feel about them compared to all these other one-seeded teams coming into the tournament?
I think that One Nexus One is a dark horse, not because they're underrated, but because no one has seen them in action. But they're really good. In fact, they have I'd say top 5 potential, and I might be cursing it. I think they might be able to get grand finals.
Okay, that's definitely a brave hot take for sure. Now, at the same time, I will agree that no team really knows much about One Nexus One. We only saw one game, and I think it was unstreamed against Artemis, where they won 2-0, I think.
Yeah.
So besides that, we haven't really seen any. Who knows? They've had all this time to review VODs. Who knows what kind of strategies, comps, plays they could have up their sleeve by now, right?
I know that they've definitely gone through some roster changes, but I don't think that's going to stop them. If anything, that's gonna help them.
100%. Other than that, we could talk a little bit about some of these other teams. OPZ definitely came out of their first seed, as a first seed of the groups, unexpectedly, because they were in there with Nebula. Most people thought that Nebula was going to be the team that came out first seeded in their group, and yet OPZ managed to 2-0 them in an upset. It was insane. They look like world beaters. Like, they really look like a team that can contend with OLY.
Which team?
OPZ.
Oh no, you're right about that. Yeah, they definitely. I called Astryx X and WiC the class of Titans, but really and truly, OPZ and OLY, that's beyond the realm of Titans that we saw in this matchup. That's an entirely different beast right there. I'm definitely excited to see it if it does happen. However, it will definitely 100% not happen in the first round. The first round will be first seed versus second seeds entirely. There will be no first seed, second seed matchups. It's still exciting to see who's going to go against you. I want to ask, which matchup do you want to see?
I think that everybody wants to see the OPC OOY matchup. That's not one that's really surprising to me.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be one of the best matchups to see. Besides that one, I like a really interesting matchup that I would like to see is maybe like H&L versus Zero G Comet. I feel like we haven't seen too much of Zero G Comet, and H&L is a team that I'm just personally really excited to see as a dark horse team coming out of the second seed. They look so good in their match. I want to see more of them, and I want to see them up against the first seed.
Yeah.
I'm excited, and I think that Zero G Comet is kind of the perfect team for them to go up against.
Yeah, 100%. I guess we'll get to see now what happens. We're gonna go ahead and get this draw show on the road. First we're gonna spin to see the order of first seed teams. The first team in our playoffs will be One Nexus One, right on the dot.
Amazing. Okay, One Nexus One versus who's the question?
Oh no, we're spinning first seed entirely first.
Oh, okay. So One Nexus One's gonna be first then.
Second team is Zero G Comet.
Okay. Don't think it's possible for H&L and Comet to play round one. No, it is. It is technically possible.
It's
All
entirely
that-
possible actually. It's up to chance.
The only thing that separates those is not the groups, but it is the seeding. So one seeds are guaranteed to go up against two seeds, but it doesn't necessarily matter what group they're from.
Yeah.
So we could get mixed groups or same group matchups. We'll see.
Groups do not matter. Groups are out the door. We the only thing that we'll definitely talk about it in our upcoming podcast episode, but we're not gonna talk about groups anymore. In playoffs, everyone is versus each other. It's one big group, which makes it more exciting.
100%. Oh, also for all the teams, I don't know if we're gonna be doing this in the podcast, but like this is just a concept. If any teams had any nice clips or anything, I would not hate if we have a couple social medias. You could send them to us through there, or you could put them in the server, and maybe we could grab some clips for the podcast, talk about some of the best players in the tournament, things like that.
100%. Send us clips if you have any. We're gonna go ahead and decide matchups now. First matchup is One Nexus One versus Deviate Wukong. Definitely an exciting matchup. I'm excited to see how that one goes.
100%, definitely. Wukong, like we said, a dark horse team, and it's going to be a real test for One Nexus One, this team that is unproven and unseen so far, pretty much in this tournament.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. Cannot wait to see it.
Zero G Comet versus H&L. Oro knows exactly what I'm thinking right now.
Exactly, and it's that I'm excited. That's probably my favorite matchup that's going to happen in this week.
I'm thinking about the other thing. There we go.
Oh, I know.
Starlore versus OPZ. Third game.
Okay.
And then it is OOY versus what's it called? These are the playoffs games. These will start March 20th. We have a good couple of weeks before playoffs for teams to rest and regroup or scrim and prepare for playoffs no matter what you do. We will see you all March 20th. We're going to go ahead and end this here. There's nothing more to be said. We will be coming out with a podcast episode in the next couple days. Be on the watch for that. We'll be talking about playoffs and the group stage and how everything went down, and we'll even be discussing drama. But until then, thank you all for participating in the first stage of the Night Sky Invitational. It has been an absolute blast. I'm your caster, Waffle King. I'm here with my co-caster, Oro Chirisu, Joyous, and Wavy, and we're signing